Record. All right, everybody, we're going to look at the whodunit page of the review sheet. And just so that you could, I know you've got the key for this on my website. I just want to see or let you understand all the pieces that I think about this in. So the very first thing that we're going to do is we're going to look at first one, use a simple random sample to estimate. That word estimate tells me that we are going to be doing an interval, not a test. So we're going to be doing an interval. The average income for upperclassmen. So we're looking to do a mean. So that's a T interval, and it's one sample T interval right there. So this is going to be N. All right. Use a simple random sample of 100 to determine whether more than 80%. Okay, so it's a yes or no. It's a yes or no question. So that tells me it's going to be a test. And 80% of students actually own their vehicle. Well, that sounds like a proportion. Own their vehicle or don't. So now we're talking a one proportion Z test right there. So NO. Use a sample size of 50. Determine whether, where it's a yes or no question. We're going to, the hypothesis test right here, whether there's a linear relationship between a car's age and its gas mileage. Now, that's one that we did not cover yet. So what that is that's a linear regression. That's like if we were going to put a bunch of data in and we're going to check to see, we're going to do a test on the slope. So the linear regression t-test. So this is a t right here. Okay. Use a sample size of 40 to determine whether, again, a test, the SAT score can predict college GPA. So that is going to be another T because it's predictable. It's a linear regression thing. So again, that's that section that we did not cover yet. All right, let me go over here. Oh, let me get the mouse arrow and slide down. Oh, interesting. So let's clear all those. So clear all drawings. All right. Where's my draw? There it is. And I want to I'll draw that color. All right. So use a simple random. We did that. Okay. So now we got out of those two that were goofy. Use a simple random sample to determine whether we already did that. Use a simple random sample of size 30 to determine whether the average runs per game is greater than 7. Oh, that sounds like a mean, and we're comparing it to a number, so that's going to be a one sample t-test. So that's going to be a T, one sample t-test. All right. Then the next one, it says, use a simple random sample. Oh yeah, we did that. 2 independent simple random samples of size 40 to determine whether students' cars are newer than faculty cars. All right, so the way I think about that, I think what they're going to do in that situation is they're going to take a sample of students' cars and they're going to get the average age of them or model year, and they're going to take, average age, and then they're going to take the faculty cars and see if those are what their average age is. So that's a 2 sample t-test in that situation, 2 sample t-test. So a 2 sample t-test is E. And then we go down to a simple random sample of size 16 to determine whether the average AP score is greater than 2. So that's 1 simple random sample, and it's average AP, so it's a test, and AP score. So the average AP score, that's a 1 sample t-test again. And use a simple random sample of 60 to determine whether students prefer pizza from Pizza Hut, Papa John's, or Domino's. Ooh, that is more than one proportion. They're going to have to ask, okay, maybe 10% here, maybe 5% there, and maybe 85% here. So they're trying to determine whether students prefer which one's better. That's going to be a chi-squared because we have to compare 3 things. Remember, chi-squared is the only one that we can compare more than 2. So we go up to the chi-squared, and that's going to be one of those chi-squared goodness of fits tests, unless they're talking about different whether students. So it's just one group and looking at the percentage. So the null hypothesis in this case would be that Pizza Hut, Papa John's, and Domino's would all be equally liked. and then your alternative is that one of those is liked more than the other one. So let's say chi-squared goodness of fit. So I think we have it says not the something C. I think it was HC. Is that a one sample? Yes. Not the head counselor. So we got rid of the head counselor in that situation. All right. If we move on to this one, I guess I'll do this one in a different video in case you need it. All right. Thanks a lot. I'm going to stop the recording.